Ooh-wee.
He back in
Hey,
this thing.
hey, look, as long as they want to know, as long as they want to know fucking Gucci or no fucking or Webby,
Oh,
Oh man.
had to redo this like 12 times. Y'all got some names on y'all.
nah, we like that. He got
That's
some
right.
names on y'all.
Y'all got some names on y'all. Shit.
Well, well, let's get started then.
You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?
What's going on with y'all? This is Hoodfoot, man. I love wrestling. You love wrestling. We love wrestling. Let's go.
Welcome to We Love Wrestling. We Love Session. We talk to people on here that we love to talk to and love what they doing out here. The man we got today, I was gonna do a whole intro for him, but then I remembered that Nicole had basically already did the intro,
Yeah.
and we did the BRP 50, and I'm just gonna go ahead and play that.
All right.
There's the two
Same
that
corner.
I have. One of them is Hoodfoot.
Second time I heard that name.
Mhm.
So my reasoning is for a Hoodfoot because I feel like there has been, obviously I always like to say there's so many black wrestlers who are doing more than just being a black wrestler, if that makes sense. I feel like Hoodfoot is one of them. I feel like he's really doing a really great job at revitalizing, especially within like the deathmatch and hardcore genre of wrestling. That's showing that we're also capable of this. Like we could have like, I don't want to say a black version of NBK, but we can get to that level if they're getting booked properly, if we're having people show up to these shows, buying these pay-per-views on IWT, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like Hoodfoot has such like a great road ahead of him. And I feel like not enough people talk about him that are not within like my area, the Midwest area of wrestling.
Word.
Shut up, Naptown.
Let me tell you, I had to take points off.
If you want to hear the rest of that story, you're gonna have to
Hey.
you're gonna have to go to the podcast. But
I'm glad you played that because I was like, I'm not gonna remember what I said word from word. That was some months ago.
Hey, it's much appreciated. It's high praise. It's like I ain't gonna bullshit you. It's something I pride myself on. Just kind of like revitalizing and re-showing motherfuckers that shit, niggas could be out here doing everything we want to. You know what I'm saying? We could do comedy wrestling. We could do high flying wrestling. We could be techers. Shout out to my boy El O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? This shit back on comedy. Shout out to niggas like Andino, who hilarious as fuck, but he can still deliver inside them ropes. You know what I'm saying? We could be powerhouses like my boy O'Shea. You know what I'm saying? Deathmatch wrestlers. We can do all aspects of this game. You know what I'm saying? And for them to say, "Oh, ain't nobody to do it," well, nigga, you ain't looking hard enough.
Facts.
Exactly.
What an intro. We got Hoodfoot here today. The man from that. Hey, he in that time.
Hey, look. We was out there heavy. We was out there heavy Sunday, man.
Heavy old Sunday. Before I even I got to ask the first question.
Yeah, say less.
We got an order here. Let's get into it.
All right.
We're gonna come back to that Naptown show. First question is always, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
Man, why I love one, it's all about storytelling. The aspects of the story is always brought me in. You know what I'm saying? The physicality, being able to convey a full story just through physical action is something that brought me to it. Now I didn't necessarily know, like at the time, that's the reason why. But as I got older, I kind of understood that's why I fucked with wrestling. And what brought me into it, dog, I'm gonna be real. Godfather, D'Lo Brown. I didn't have cable growing up, so I watched Saturday Night Jacked, Sunday Night Heat, and like them was the cats I saw. You know what I'm saying? Godfather, D'Lo Brown, the Headbangers, early Hardy Boys. You know what I'm saying? Edge and Christian with the Brood. Like that's what I fell into.
He said that early
Yeah.
Hardy Boys. Those
Yeah.
different.
Hey, that's back when they had the plaid. That's when they had the plaid tights. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they was different.
Oh
right?
damn!
With the
Them
whole
plaid tights and the
forearm game.
headbands.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
big ass headbands.
Yeah. The grandma.
I wore that shit
pants.
for a little bit. I thought that was fly.
They had the
Key.
grandma pants on them.
Yeah.
So, Hoodfoot, we gonna keep it real on this right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go right into it.
Hey, shoot.
What's up with you in these death matches, man? Like what's the
Man.
deal? You know?
Yes.
So I'm gonna keep it funky with you, man. Like I grew up like when I really fell into wrestling, I fell into like ECW, like Mankind, Boiler Room Brawls. Man, I'm gonna be real. I wanted to be a hardcore champion more than I wanted to be a world champion.
Okay.
You know, I always thought it was dope. Thought it was cool. You know, and then gradually over time, hardcore wrestling and like extreme wrestling kind of fell out of favor with a lot of people. But I still kept tabs on it. I still watched IWA Mid-South, CZW, and as I got into wrestling, my trainer, they told me, don't do it. It was like, wait, like you don't want to be classified as a deathmatch wrestler off jump. You wait till you get your wheels underneath you, your legs underneath you, and then if it's something that you want to do still, go do it. And when it was time for it, I kind of looked at it. Kind of looked at my trainers. It's Randy West and Joseph Schwartz. And I was like, hey, I got the opportunity. Can I do it? And they were like, yeah, go run with that. So I took it. And I don't even know if they really thought like I was gonna run with the way I ran with it, but I did it.
Bull. Because I'll be like, man, I don't know how he doing it, but he keep doing it. Like,
Man, it's an adrenaline rush, man. It's not for everybody. Like I see it, but also the ones who are in it and the ones who get it, it's that adrenaline rush that you feel afterwards where you're like, yeah, I did that shit.
You know, so funny. If you watch the pod, I was at Mania, and everything happened when he hit the light tube, and like the only reason I got up is so some glass came over and hit my leg. I was like, damn.
Yo, I actually just rewatched that clip too. Funny enough, where I saw where it happened, where I hit Billy and the glass popped up and it came down. I just saw that little corner over there just go, nope. All right, we out.
And the reason I was tripping at Mania, I was like, damn, I've seen Hoodfoot all in Indiana and shit. And I've seen death matches, but I ain't never, well, it was one situation, but I don't even bring that up. But, when it comes like that, it's like, I can't do it. I can't do it at all. But with you in death matches, I'll follow you on Twitter and everything for a while.
Yeah.
You got into some tournaments that you've been hoping to get into and some death match legends to fight.
Yeah, man, I'm not even gonna keep it. I'm it's crazy. Like I try to keep it under wraps as best I can where I'm like, all right, we doing this being professional, but inside, man, I'm like, yo, man, I've been in the ring with Alex Colon, fucking Matt Tremont, you know what I'm saying? I've been in tournament of survival. I won Battle of the Tough Guys. I was like, dog, this is a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, this is the best. If this is the end, like if this is the last year, if this is the end of the road, I'll be real with you. This is the best I could ever have.
How long you been out here wrestling?
6 years. Like 6 years so far.
Nicole.
Oh man. Again, so happy to have you on the podcast. And this is just, I don't like to say I fan out, but it's just like you're one of the wrestlers that I've been following for a minute. So excited that you finally were able to link up with Trey and come up here. So
yeah,
and just coming for someone, because obviously I feel like death matches is one, and you touched upon it a little bit. It's like a little bit it's like part of the industry that's quote unquote looked down upon, which one thing I can't stand, because people think like, oh, it's just like, it's just like violence, like it's just like this and that. When I kind of link it akin to horror movies, when people are like, oh, that's just like trauma porn and like all sorts of like labels they kind of want to throw on it. But in my opinion, in Deathmatch, how I link it to horror movies, it's you are going down to the base human emotions, which is anger, which is fear, which is something that obviously once a wrestler, especially ones who are in that avenue, are able to project that, I feel like they are on a different level than more so like someone who's doing a whole bunch of, no offense to them, like doing a whole bunch of flips or kicks or any other stuff. Like you are really connecting to base human emotions with your audience. So I didn't know if that's something like obviously that you were able to like see within like while you're doing it.
Yeah. So deathmatch wrestling is this weird mesh of everything, right? You could tech when you're wrestling, when you're doing death matches. You know what I'm saying? You could do comedy while you're doing death matches. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't gotta be some big badass motherfucker all the time. You could do anything you want to inside the avenue of deathmatch wrestling, as long as you still bring the weapons, the blood, the adrenaline, and also, like you said, bring in some of that fear from the fans who are like, oh God, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. This shit's crazy, but deathmatch wrestling is wide open for the taking, and people who are understanding that, people who are getting it, and I'm not saying that I'm out here doing technical wrestling and death matches. I ain't never been no technical wrestler, right? But if you out there, you're technical wrestling, you want to do some death matches, and get out there and do that shit.
I love it. So if I ask you who Hoodfoot is at your core base, what would you say? Or express to the audience of who Hoodfoot is? Or people who are coming across you for the first time.
Real talk is just me turned up to 11. Like more times than not, I'm not really out here trying to do funny voices, big talks. Most of the time, it's just me. If you see me at a show, you pretty much gonna get what you're gonna get, right? Now, as far as myself inside the ring, it's aggression. It's a drive to be the only one out here standing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta try to win. Gotta try to complete. I gotta try to get over obstacles that are in my way. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But outside the ring, at shows, I am who I am.
Just a chill motherfucker.
That's it. Don't get on my bad side. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm a pretty chill. I'm a pretty chill motherfucker unless you piss me off. That's it.
I feel that. So out of anyone that you've had matches with, who is someone that you want to go have a go around again, or someone that you feel like, and it wasn't like necessarily my favorite match with them, that you want to like have another go around?
Two that come to mind, and these are deeply personal. One is Tankman. Me and Tank, we've known each other since I started wrestling. We came in about the same time. He was finishing up training while I was starting it, and we've had a couple of practice matches with each other. We had one match last year, which it really wasn't as big of a deal. It was like maybe like a 6-7 minute match. I want another go because, man, bro, like that's a little big, bro. That he keep getting better and I keep getting better. But man, I gotta try. I gotta beat him once. And then the other one is Cole Radrick. Me and Cole, we wrestled some time ago, and we was two totally different cats back then. Like we different boys. And if I can get Cole, I want Cole in a death match.
Oh man.
Cole crazy too. Oh man.
Yes.
That boy.
Hands down crazy. So just one more question that I'm gonna kick it back over to Trey, because I know he has wants to talk about this past weekend. But who is someone that you feel like isn't necessarily getting the shine that you want to go in the ring with, for someone that you really want to showcase that you feel like is on par with what you're doing right now?
You got K-Rob from out east, Christian Robinson. If y'all ain't seen him, he's a psychedelic psychonaut. That boy a different. He a different breed. He crazy.
You don't even expect
as far as deathmatch wrestling, I ran into him twice so far in the last like 2 months. But Christian Ross, he is trained under Matt Tremont. Truth. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. The truth. Like, get out there and see him. Another person's. She say I'm running from her, but I'm not. I swear to God, it just ain't been lined up perfectly. But my trainer Randy, like, we ain't had a proper death match, and it's about time it happens.
Love it. All right, but again, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. And I know Terry is itching to talk about this weekend, so I'm gonna throw it over to him while he's out here geeking.
Yeah, go ahead. Before we even talk about this weekend, he just named some names, and I mean, this some real. I mean, this some real stuff I need to know.
Yeah.
Booker of the year.
So I saw a match at Paradigm. You know what I'm saying? Or Paradigm, as I call it. Yeah, I call it Paradigm sometimes. I don't know why.
I can't.
They be like, it's Paradigm. Be like, Paradigm. Leave me alone. I saw a match. You know, you and somebody.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to happen. Then, so we bring it back to the Naptown All Pro. You couldn't make the first show, and you picked the opponent for this guy. And what's going on with you and Browner, man? Let me quit playing. What's going on with you and Browner, man? Because this match has been if nobody else know in my head, because I know the story and everything. This is so what's going on?
All right, so simple as this. Me and Browner, we've butting heads. I don't know if y'all seen it all the way back. I want to say maybe late 2020. It was our first encounter was at the Paradigm Blue Brand show. The Contenders.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't at that.
And then we had a rematch. I think you was at this one in Ohio, and he beat me.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
From that point on, it's been something in my soul, man. I can't let it go.
Can't let that L sit.
It's been sitting heavy on my soul. But like, it's something I address Sunday. Something I'm gonna keep addressing. At first, I thought it was just me. Like, I thought it was me and Broner. The fact I couldn't beat Broner, I was having a bad year. But then, like, after this injury, my year turned around. Fate, look, the tables turned. Fate changed over. I'm having a hell of a year. Look, this back end of this year, I'm going crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But I look at Broner, L after L after L. Maybe, all I'm saying is, maybe God was shining on him for a few. Maybe he ain't favored no more.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
What's up? But that's what it really is. At the end of the day, it's just two cats who want to be the one.
Can't deny that right there.
Look, and I don't know if y'all remember, but I said, hey, it's got to be me. Can't be nobody else. It's got to be me.
Facts.
I better look out for that. We at Naptown All Pro. I got something else, but let's go on to Naptown All. I don't know when the show gonna air, guys.
We're gonna try to get it out as soon as possible. It's like right now we got it in the editing room right now.
Is it going to be on Tidal Network or IWTV?
I think it's gonna be on IWTV, more than likely. IWTV.
That's what's up.
If you didn't watch the first show, the Blackout and the Wake Up, it is on IWTV. Get caught up with
Yes,
that.
yes.
Also, if we're talking about it,
I don't even watch wrestling's on there as well.
there it is. That was Hoodfoot show.
Yeah.
In all fairness, it was a it was a whole okay, I'm sorry. Bro, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate Popeye's biscuits?
Honestly, I'm real with you. Like, if it wasn't for the match, the motherfuckers was dry as hell. The motherfuckers was dry
Not
as
the
hell.
biscuits.
I
Oh my
was
gosh.
wrestling. Shit was dry. But low key, afterwards, he still had a few left over after the match. You know what I'm saying? Look, I went and grabbed some of them after the show. I was like, man, these ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? They was good too. Like they had like they didn't skimp on the butter and nothing on top. You know, I used to go to some Popeyes, they kind of skip out on that butter, but the biscuit be real dry. This one, they was moist. It was good. But they weren't too bad. But now middle of the match.
Popeye's biscuits are only I saw that clip and I would have threw up everywhere. There's ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way.
Look, the motherfuckers was dry as hell during mid-match.
Yeah.
My mouth was dry. Look, I had cotton mouth. I'm like, nah, this ain't it. But afterwards, I had 2 of them. It was all right. Wasn't too bad.
Popeye's biscuits are elite, obviously, when they're warm and they have the butter on them, but you also have to eat them with honey.
See, I'm be real with you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab you, motherfucker, because I didn't woke up many a nights. I didn't woke up many a mornings, many a late nights hungover, and smashed a cold Popeye's biscuit.
No!
Oh, you different.
You built way different because
y'all ain't never had a Popeye's biscuit hungover. This shit's amazing.
I have, right, but I've heated it up. No, right I got to heat that shit up.
Look, right out the fridge. Go ahead, grab one of them.
Oh, he's different, people.
Crack that, crack it. Boom. Get you a little glass of like Pepsi, little Coca-Cola, something. It's easy.
No,
hey, light work. Look, bang. Easy work.
Y'all probably don't. Y'all watching this. Y'all probably listening. Y'all don't know what we're talking about. Go if you're on the podcast. Go to the video version. I'll put a little clip in of what I'm talking about. But also go watch the show. What's the name of your show again?
I don't even watch wrestling.
I don't even watch wrestling, and it's a match in there where you can see the preview to like somebody using the biscuit, and then watch it on the next show that comes out.
It's a little story, but actually, I'm real proud of that show because that show is one of the first deathmatch shows ran in Indianapolis proper. And if to my knowledge, it's the first no ring show in Indianapolis that was ran proper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like for a long time, Indianapolis was kind of like adverse to deathmatch wrestling, and like when nobody really fucking with it out here. But I see the money. I see people out here clamoring for it, and they want it. And I'll be damned if somebody gonna tell me that the area is dead, that the scene is dead. This scene can draw money, and it could draw fucking fans in this motherfucker. You just gotta get together and get it done.
I was just ready to go into that, ask you about the scene because I'd be telling everybody
that no ring match. Ooh,
yeah. During the pandemic, they used Indianapolis. Came here, got paid.
Yeah.
Came through. They ran their shows. Hey, that's cool. But where the love at? But where the love at on the other side?
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's
because
what it
is. It was such a weird time because it was like obviously the Midwest is weird. So there's certain parts of the Midwest that you were still able to have like people were still be able to get away with shows. Indy was one of them. My state, unfortunately, was not one of them, but Michigan was one. So I'm not that far from Michigan, which was nice to see. But it was such a weird time. But also, I thought it was a great time for obviously to see a lot of wrestlers' creativities and especially for different types of shit that we weren't seeing.
A lot of places kind of just started figuring out man, maybe I could just run with no people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Flophouse Wrestling, who did private stashes pretty much and had like pretty much all pandemic, and everybody was eating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Paradigm J Rose for No Hook. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Down in Alabama, you had New South, who was running their own shows with no fans and minimum fans there. You know, it was ways to do it, and people figured it out. You know,
He was on the GCW for the Culture 1.5.
Yes, yep, the 1.5 show that led into the Fight Forever show out in Philly, which goddamn, it was so goddamn cold. It was so damn cold in that building, man. Well, hey, look, I look, you motherfuckers don't even know that shit. I'm in there. Look, triple jacket up. I got a puffer vest on, boy. I'm like, come on. But as a lot of the groundwork that was put in for 2020 led into what you're seeing out here in 2022. You know what I'm saying? And shout out, I got a little addendum here. The No Ring is for sure the first one in Indianapolis, but the death match was not, because we got AWR that runs in Indianapolis as well. Shout out to my man Gary and them. They hold it down. You talk about somebody who from the city, who about the shit. My boy Gary, he about the city, he about the scene. So no, is goddamn, what's Gary Emmett?
Gary, okay,
yeah. So you got Gary, who run AWR. You got Flophouse, and then you got Nap. Those three, watch out for those three out here in Indianapolis. We trying to fix the scene, not even fix the scene, but make it more prominent.
Since talking about making the scene prominent, a little preview of Naptown show. How you feel about them Naptown boys losing to them North Carolina boys?
Look, man, nothing I'm going to say is going to be impartial. I'm as part founder and owner of the company, and as a adopted Indianapolis cat. I ain't gonna say nothing too inflammatory. I'm just a little. I ain't mad. I'm disappointed, man. That's all.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't mad. I'm disappointed. We're gonna have to run that back.
Okay.
Everybody we're gonna have to have a little series going. We got to have a best of 3 or something.
I feel that. Yeah, something got to happen with that.
You know what I'm saying?
The match was the best of 3 falls.
The Carolina boys, them boys come in here heavy. They trying to act like they shit don't stink, but hey, we'll figure it out.
Figure that out.
Same thing with Nova. Man, maybe I'm sitting here, and a lot of these people they don't know yet. It's gonna be up, but y'all gonna see there's some problems out here. We just gotta get rectified.
Hey, for real.
We're gonna have to show up like Arn Anderson with a
oh man,
pulling the Glock out on people.
Put a Glock out in the back, like, yo,
got the blicky.
calm this shit down.
That shit was still so out of pocket to me.
Have you heard that man's promos back when he was young? That man be on Demon Time for real. Hey, he be on Dark
Demon
Mode.
Time all the time.
He's like, look, I'm gonna pull a Glock out. It's like, you know what? I believe it.
Could happen.
Hey, he looked like somebody grandpa that still got the piece on him, just in case.
Got the shotgun.
Old revolver. Got the old revolver on the hip.
In the glove box, ready to go.
I need to revert back to something, because you said something earlier, and I'll be remiss if we don't talk about it. Because we always talk about it here on our spotlights. You said the storytelling got you into wrestling.
Yeah.
How important do you think the stories are? Because a lot of independent Cs, they just throw matches together and there's no story behind them. Yeah. But even in your match you had on Sunday in the 4-way, y'all told a story with it at the end to have a continuation. Do you think that's a lost art in some of these places out here?
Ooh, don't get me started on that.
So, first and foremost, storytelling is going to be. It is literally. It's not even bread and butter. It's not probably. It's the base what you build your house on in wrestling, right? Like if you forget about that, your house is gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna falter.
Facts.
Do I believe that some people forget it? I feel like some people put the cart before the horse when it comes to it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like you get a little over rambunctious and want to put in too much and not focus on the story, right? But at the end of the day, that story still has to be there. You still have to have something to pull people in, right? Because if they don't, all you got is flips. All you got is kicks, punches. Nigga, I could go outside and go find a fight. Right? It's a reason why everybody grandma was watching fucking All My Children for 70 straight years. Look,
still.
That's the way I see it.
All My Children still come on?
I think so. I think General Hospital still rocking too.
Ooh, shit.
One of them is canceled.
Oh, word?
Damn.
I feel like one of them is canceled, or I think like General Hospital. One of them is on Peacock, and again, I was high, and I got bored watching whatever. I think I was catching up on NXT UK, and I was like, I think it was like All My Children, and I was like, damn, this is on there. Let me start watching the soaps again.
Hold on, pause. Bring that back. NXT UK, you was watching that? I watch
NXT UK also.
Hey, I'll be real with you. You could tell me fucking Cole Radrick got signed to NXT UK, and I believe it because I've seen it. But
well, again, it's like I'll watch anything because obviously we love wrestling. So I was one of those people who was, especially during the pandemic when nobody was doing shit, I said, watch NXT UK, keep on that shit. So I had like a list of IWTV shit that I was having people watch, and I was like, watch Defy Wrestling. They said, what the fuck is Defy? I was like, you got the time. I said, you got the time. I don't want to hear it.
When NXT UK was on the network, I fucked with it heavy. Once this shit moved to Peacock, I was like, I couldn't find it all the time. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. But we're gonna back this up a little bit more. General Hospital on that. Hey, we need to bring back the recipes. You know what I'm saying? I we need to bring back the stories out here. You know, everybody need to take like a good from 10 a.m. to like 12 p.m. break. Everybody need to bring back the stories.
That's true.
Put the plastic on the sofa for like a good hour and a half.
Oh man.
Hey,
triggering. My grandma's white furniture.
Hey, look, put the plastic
room you can't go until you walk into a house that got the plastic.
Hey,
on
the
plastic furniture, the elephant or the panther statue on the side,
the plants in the corner,
the Martin Luther King picture with the quote.
Hey, yes. Hey, Black Jesus over the TV,
looking up like this.
Mm-hmm. with the little sunbeam coming down on his face. Come on, now. Look, you ever fell asleep on that plastic furniture like 97-degree heat? Look, face peel off. Them good times right there. Whoa. Look, let me get that back.
See, this just gave me a random question. Off limit when it got plastic on it. What in wrestling for you is off limit? You know, you do death matches and everything. So what's off limit?
So I don't do no barefoot death matches. I don't do cactuses. Like that shit. I don't fuck with that. Cactus.
The plant?
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That's wait.
Hold on.
Yeah, people use cactus.
Cactus?
Yeah, people use cactus.
Is it because it's a plant or is it because like the pricklies in it?
So it's because it's a plant, the organic stuff, like the pricklies, they get in there and you get a quicker infection from it than say like glass. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I don't fuck that. Also, they just hurt worse. That's it. And carpet strips. I hate carpet strips. Like them they annoy the shit out of me.
Carpet strip.
Yeah. Cause what they is, they just a strip with like thin needles.
Ooh.
They hurt like a motherfucker. But other than that, I'm pretty good on pretty much most shit. Hey, like I just can't do I can't do no bare feet shit either.
I would hope not. But that's a whole nother level of wrestling.
I wrestled Necro, man. I saw that man feet halfway through the match. I said, oof, better you than me.
I've seen some people will wrestle barefoot. All I wanted to say was, yo, put on some shoes. I mean, I told one person, but you know.
Hey, look, I don't know how they do it. You got it the same way with like wrestlers with like no knee pads. Hey, congratulations. You better than me. Not even death matches, just regular matches, no knee pads. I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
Man, I don't know how you do it, brother. So let's talk about it. Okay. For you, just everything. Look, if y'all don't know, okay, I've been following Hoodfoot for a while, and I'm like, I've heard he lives in Indianapolis. Then somebody confirmed that he lived here.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to come across him before I reach out to talk to him, just so I can, see him face to face. Yo, what's up? So we saw each other on Sunday. Y'all seeing this? This might be a part 1 and 2. We about to go into it now.
All right.
But, my man said the first half of the year he was losing, but the second half of the year he coming up. So I got to ask you, because it blew up during the summer, maybe July, August. You was in a death match.
Yeah.
The arm, the meat, like the white meat was hanging.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Reminded me.
Let me see if I can pull it off for y'all. Yeah, hold on.
You had to go see
it. Can y'all see it? Yeah.
Hold on, brother.
Yeah.
We good. We see it.
But yeah. So let me tell you about it.
He got, stomach ain't as strong as it used to be.
Let me tell you, so I'll be real with you. It's when it happened, I thought I was good. I thought like, yo, take me up after the match, I'll be fine. Right. I even told the ref, I was like, don't stop this fucking match, man. Like, keep it going. And slowly but surely, like, thing, like, it kind of started slowing down. The ref was like, yo, you just need to look at your arm. And when I looked at it, it was everywhere. And I got to the hospital. After the surgery, doctor said I got to the hospital with like maybe 4 pints. And then they put 44 staples in me, 22 stitches. And that's all exterior, interior, exterior. And then after the surgery, I had like 3 pints of blood. They said basically if you would have waited any longer, you'd have been dead. So,
shit. And
then like, I'll be real with you, sitting there and like having a come to Jesus moment, man. Like if people don't know, like I lived through like maybe four major traumatic events. You know what I'm saying? And this is the 4th one. And real talk, this is the one where I really went like, I don't know if it's the old age or if it's the fact that like I got close. But I had to sit down in that bed and have a come to Jesus moment with myself and realize like, man, shit's real out here. You know what I'm saying? When you like 21, 22, it don't seem that real. But 33, I was like, shit. Hold on now. But hey, that ain't stopping shit. Look,
it definitely ain't stop you, because was it the next night or the next day you showed up at the event?
Yeah, so that next night I showed up at Deathmatch Circus. You know, one my ride was up there. 2, I got tired of sitting in the hospital, man. Okay. I don't look. You know how we get. Man, we don't like sitting in that motherfucker. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of this hospital, dog. Yeah. I don't like this shit. But as I was sitting there, man, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna still show up. I'm still show face. I don't like sitting at home a lot, not being busy. So I got out, hung out, still show face, like still show people love. And then man, just went on for a good month to heal up and relax and kind of get myself back in order, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm maybe my first like 5 matches back. I definitely felt that rust. I definitely felt I won at 100%. But by the time I got to the Battle of the Tough Guys, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
The man went from not being able. All right, so don't take this the wrong way. But
all right,
we was at Mania. I saw the death match, and I'm like, yo, this is how I'm feeling because I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, damn, I'm seeing Hoodfoot get all these death matches, but it don't seem like my nigga out here getting a win. Then I saw you get the win at Mania against Billy, and I'm like, okay, that's his first win that I can like recollect with him being in a death match and everything. So we get past Mania. I'm seeing some changes. I'm seeing some wins happen. I'm like, okay, we got something going here. The injury happened.
Yeah.
You come back, and like you said, so far this second half of your year, I mean,
on a roll.
Talking about trying to get booked in Chicago maybe last year.
Mm-hmm.
You just won a whole deathmatch tournament in Chicago this year.
Yeah. Nah, so I won the Battle of Tough Guys in Boston, but I won my back-to-backs against the reigning king of the deathmatch, Eric Ryan, and then also Sadika, which is like one of the baddest deathmatch wrestlers on the planet. I'll be both them in Chicago.
Yo, Sadika's crazy as hell.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
And then that following week, I won Battle of the Tough Guys. And I also I end up getting my arm cut in that match with Sadika on a freak accident. I end up hitting a piece of glass that was on the ground, slid my arm back open, but then I let it heal, got back a week later, wrestled in Boston for the Battle of the Tough Guys, and then took a week off, and then next week I wrestled in Jersey. Like I said, man, like I ain't gonna sit here because everybody got a schedule, everybody hustle, everybody grind. But real talk, before my injury, I was grinding my ass off. WrestleMania weekend, I did 5 death matches in 3 days.
Yeah, you was working.
I bust my ass. I take this shit very seriously. Overtime. I take this shit very seriously. You know, if you want to be good, you gotta be good. The next motherfucker want to be good too. That's how I see it.
The second half of this year, I'm trying to tell y'all.
I'm coming.
On a roll.
I'm coming for everything. Like real talk. I'll be real with you. Like yesterday, I got a little bit of my feelings because I slipped a little bit in the rankings on the PWI. I was like, damn, I slipped a little bit. But I was like, you know what? Like, I guarantee you by this time next year, I'm gonna be back up. Yeah, look. That's how I feel. I feel like I gotta put. Ain't nobody else's fault but my own. Also, let's be real. There's a hell of competition out there. Crazy motherfuckers going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got Tankman out there going wild. You got goddamn O'Shea. You got O'Shea going wild. Should been putting together a hell of a year, right?
You see Suge out here?
Yeah, Suge out here putting together a hell of a year.
Suge is coming to the podcast very soon, but I don't feel enough people talked about what he just put together down there at Uncharted Territory.
Yes. Yo, he put you talk about stories, you know what I'm saying? Talking about storytelling. Like that motherfucker is probably one of the best storytellers in like we don't give enough credit to, right?
not only that, it's like he's really doing like I want to say like very advanced storytelling, specifically like on like in the indie scene. Like he's doing shit that people like the quality that you would expect getting on like TV. And I
Yeah,
feel like it's very slept on, and I feel like he does not get applauded for
yeah,
really caring about the essence, because I don't care what any motherfucker says. First and foremost, the core, especially once people like talk about like, oh, I got into wrestling because like Steve Austin and stuff, and like when they start getting into that elitist bullshit part of it, you fell in love with wrestling because of the storytelling.
yeah,
That is always first and foremost to me. I don't care what nobody says. So that's why I take a lot of emphasis on it, and I think he's really doing a great job of circling people back to it. Like,
yeah.
this is what you start watching in the first place, motherfucker. Like, wake up. Like,
And
remember this.
and if we being real, like, um, Suge is also like one of my biggest mentors, like behind the scenes.
Hmm.
Like, I kid you not, I take so much from Suge, like just through osmosis, as well as like him hitting me up and going like, "Hey, what's up? You good?" I go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Right, and we talk, and like as we're talking, you know what I'm saying? He drops knowledge, and like he's just a wealth of knowledge that like if you got somebody like Suge, go and talk to him, have conversations with them, bend their ear. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to blow his phone up as much as possible, but when I see him, I have questions. I want to talk to him about it. You know what I'm saying? And just get his perspective on it, because like the way his mind works and the way he sees wrestling as a storytelling vehicle, it blows you away.
And I can say I see him after shows and we talk, and all three wrestlers coming up like, yo, can we go over the match? Can we do this and that? And Suge with his storytelling, like I tell him, it's on the indie scene. My only issue with a lot of places is people don't like to let the story like flow through. Like if y'all battling here
Or
this
let it
weekend,
marinate.
I don't want to see y'all 2 days later as a tag team on another company.
Mm-hmm.
It's messing with me. Like, okay, I can't pay attention to that because I'm invested in
Yeah,
this right here.
Mhm.
Like, people throw that all out the window. Like, but some people, you yourself included, y'all let that shit flow through all the companies, and it's beef everywhere. It's like, nah,
exactly,
you know.
exactly. Like something that I pride myself on is myself and Billy. We was able to construct something for like maybe 1.5 years.
Year and a half, yeah.
About, and it's like we could have just forgot about it. We could have dropped it and let it go, right? But and honestly, the build up to it, I felt was earned, and everybody, it was a good cathartic fucking blow off, and in Dallas, that everybody was like, yeah, okay, we like, you're with it, you could feel it. I wish more people like, oh, Darius Carter.
Yeah.
Darius Carter's another cat that's like that. Like him and Billy's feud, it was like multiple years. You talking about multiple years story, where him and Billy are just telling the story and getting to this blow off, right? It's well respected at the end of the day when you're able to craft a story and fans can follow that story throughout, and you don't insult their intelligence.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, if you just drop the story for a little bit, oh, we just popped back and seen each other, right back up, and that's what I love about it. Oh man, I love that right there.
Yeah.
Hoodfoot. I mean, Nicole in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now. I'm gonna lean in a little bit. You're gonna break it for a bit. The Rock or Stone Cold?
The Rock.
Go.
Come on. Hey, look. Stone Cold dope. Cool, right?
Right.
But let's be real. The Rock came out there talking about the millions and millions. You look, you like, well, who's you impersonating what? Like, we impersonate Stone Cold now because it's funny. But when we were shorties, we impersonated The Rock because it was cool.
All day.
Like you out here doing the people's elbow in the like schoolyard on the grass. Look, I dropped people's elbow a million times.
Did y'all watch wrestling last night? It doesn't matter if you watch wrestling.
Exactly. Like I do love Stone Cold, but he went hot on the playground. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't bust out a Stone Cold stunner,
Man.
right? Look,
shit. I just stunned niggas in the pool a couple weeks ago. What you talking about?
Nah, that rock bottom though.
I would stunt to this day.
Look, didn't nobody want to wear no shiny? Look, nobody wanted to wear a leather vest. Everybody wanted to have a shiny shirt. Look, a shiny shirt,
them discount Versace knockoff shiny shirts,
some buff loafers, and look at some shiny loafers.
$500 shoes.
Hell, Ricky's
sticking up your candy ass. Come on now.
We see you, Ricky Stark.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Exactly. Ricky Starks. Shout out to him.
Hey, look,
and his Gucci loafers.
Hey, be out there styling. You talk about next era shit. That's big. That's big next era shit right there. Like if I had $5 million, that's who my ace player is right there, all day long.
Yeah.
This question usually gets me in a little trouble. We gonna ask it anyway, Hoodfoot.
Right.
Oh,
regular matches and death matches. Who's the first person to bust your ass in the ring?
Damn, let me see here. I think I gotta go O'Shea. I think O'Shea was the first person. Because, like, yo, I don't get thrown around in the ring a lot. O'Shea was the first person to throw me around the ring, and I went, God. Like, I took that German suplex. I went, damn. I was like, fuck. I got to get back up. Look, understand, I ain't been in many fights. Many matches. I've only been knocked out maybe like 2 or 3 times in my life. Like, O'Shea was one of the times where I got thrown. I went, man, look, bro. You can have this match, dog. Bro. Man, my man threw me. I got up. I said, fuck. All right. Yes, we doing this. Guess we go keep wrestling. I was about to go get my bag. Go around the car, get my bag.
So
we done. We done. Go ahead, shoot this big motherfucker.
Hey, so real life, I'll be at shows and it be certain moments where a motherfucker get hit or thrown or something. Yeah. I'll be looking at faces, and every time it goes through my head, I'll be like, yo, ain't no fucking way. Because we would have had to talk about this in the back. Laugh. Like it been some moments where it's like
fighting.
We see
this.
I think about that too, and I was like, ooh, so I might have smacked somebody real quick, just like a little pop, like, you know, nothing too big, but
it's like boxing where like we agree, like you in that ring, you know you about to get hit. So hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the agreement. It's the agreement between 2 fucking grown adults. It's like, yo, you gonna get hit. This ain't no dance. Like, but then there's some people who are like, yo, you too strong for your own good, homie. You too damn strong. Like Brona another motherfucker who Brona hit me once. I went, bro, I will shoot you.
No.
We was at Black Label Pro, and I swear I'm sitting in my seat and I didn't see him come in the building, and he came up behind me and just hit my shoulder and was like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Hey, bro."
Bro, hey, let me go get my bag. Hold on, let me go get my bag real quick.
I was like, bro, you can't be coming up on people like that. You way too big, and you don't know your own strength. Like, it's ridiculous.
But no, man, it's just a gentleman's agreement of like, yo, we in here, we in this ring. like work got to get done. So like it is what it is at the end of the day, right? But like I said, like motherfuckers like Broner hit me. I'm like, bro, I bet I'm going to the back. I come back. I'm going to my
Come
car.
back with that Arn Anderson special.
I'm look, I'm about to go to my car, get my gun, shoot everybody ass.
Don't play. I keep that on me. You don't play with me like that.
Like, look, I'm out here.
Look,
don't play with me like that. But shit.
All right. Nicole, I mean, I'm going to go into these last questions. You got anything for Hoodfoot? This is an enjoyable conversation.
No, nothing right now. Again, appreciate the time. I know it's a little late.
Same.
But no, I do appreciate the time. Excited for it. I didn't get to go to the sea, but next time you come in Ohio, I'll definitely try to be there.
Yeah. If I had the schedule conflicted, I would have been at Circle 6 for Cleveland. But I just already booked it. I had already booked the show for the ICW show. So next time they out this way, I definitely want to be out there and work with them. I enjoy working with this show. It was good. It was refreshing. The scene needs more top level independence, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm gonna sit here and say this: the scene also needs places like NAP. It needs places like AWR. It needs places like Flophouse. You know what I'm saying? It's great to have a company travel the country, but you need places that solidify that hometown, that solidify that city. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got that, you know what I'm saying, you really ain't got no backing.
Facts. Big facts.
If you ain't got your city, you ain't got shit.
Mm-hmm. And look, maybe that's just because I was raised different. You know what I'm saying? Like where you put your city on first and then everything else follow. Yeah. But that's just how it is. That's how I
mean, that's 100%. And it's just someone who's from Cleveland or Clevelandish area. I feel like we take a lot of pride from our wrestlers or our people that come from that city.
Yeah.
So I feel like, again, and it's like great to see, obviously, with Naptown, like how that's coming to structure and that's really becoming a funnel. I'm just happy that that's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm always going to put on for my Cleveland wrestlers.
Chill out, Nicole. We ain't going to do this Ohio stuff.
Oh, yeah, I am. Ohio versus everyone. All day, every day.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, man, don't you start, Trey.
You started with me. I rep
you started.
The Indiana scene. All my people out here in Indy. The only person who gives me like more than any other Indiana person, only because she may be 10 minutes from the house. You know what I'm saying? She went to the school right down the street, Big Al. But everybody else, Tankman, Hoodfoot, Cole Radrick. When I see him out here, Sage Phillips is down there.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we got in this area that I messed with? Kemp, Brett. Now, funny story. I'm at work one day, and I got my hat on. I won't say where I work at, but Hoodfoot may put two and two together. But I go to get a new ID or something out the ID office, and the guy sees the hat, and it's Bradley Prescott III. So I'm like, man, Bradley Prescott III. I'm like, you wouldn't. And he's like, yeah. He's like, the Lost Boys. I'm like, yeah, I know the Lost Boys. He's bigging everybody up. And then he just stops while he's typing, and he says, you know the Hoodfoot? I was like, I said, I know Hoodfoot. He's like, so you know Hoodfoot? I was like, yeah, I seen Hoodfoot. He was like, that's my guy. Hoodfoot.
Hey.
And I'm like, hey, yo.
Hey, little known fact is like legit. Myself, Levi, Brad, we were all in the same class, training class together and shit. So we came up. I know Brad family like well. Like I ain't kicked it with them many a times. I ain't kicked it with Levi's family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy. Like he got married. I'm mad I couldn't be at his wedding, but I look. It was nice. I heard it was nice Amish. He got a horse drawn from the airport. Everything. And then like
No, man, not the horse, not the
yeah,
buggy.
you got the whole horse and buggy out. You know what I'm saying? Out in Montana. It was crazy. It was like like legit. I came up with them. Hell, I came up with Big Al. Big Al was a class underneath me when she started training. So, like, when you look at this scene, like a lot of the people that's in this scene as major players in this scene had came up in wrestling, and like it's collectively, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
were you part of the crew that was training down at the high school during the pandemic?
not the high school. Wait, which high school on the east side?
Tankman told me some people was training at Warren Central some days during the pandemic.
No. So during the pandemic, I didn't play that shit.
Oh.
Look, I went to work, and I came home. Look, a nigga did his couple of hours. Look, nigga did his hours and went straight to the crib. Look, early days of the pandemic, you couldn't catch me outside. Look, let me tell you how serious it was. Motherfuckers asking me, "Hey, you ready? Look, you want to go out, grab some drinks, whatever?" Nah, I'm good. I got beer at the crib. Look, stay my ass inside on the weekends.
I feel it.
All right. Yeah, we gonna go here. He named some names earlier. But before I ask the three, you gonna have some regular matches out here, Hoodfoot, or you just exclusive to death matches now?
Honestly, like I think my first couple of matches back were just regular matches. I got them sprinkled in between. I'm not gonna lie to you, like the schedule was a little death match heavy, but I've been sprinkling in a lot more regular style matches as we go. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep the styles varied. You know what I'm saying? I want people to kind of go, oh damn, I don't know which one I'm gonna get.
Did I see you? Wait, did I see you on the show in California doing a death match?
Are you talking about XPW?
Yeah,
versus Necro.
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay,
yeah, that was like a 7-8 hour show.
Oh shit,
man. Yeah, they had the women, and then it flipped to the death match scene. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. Like I was supposed to go out there, West Coast Pro, earlier this summer. Things just didn't line up. It just didn't line up travel wise. A lot of flights got canceled. Like flight out to the connecting flight got canceled, and they weren't gonna have another one. And shit, it is what it is. I just know this year, travel wise, has been crazy. Coming back from Dallas was a nightmare. Shit.
I know. I heard everyone had so many issues with their flights coming back.
Mm-hmm. My boy Jeffrey John, he hit like a fucking damn near 24-hour layover in Orlando.
Ain't no way.
Hey, that man was stuck out there. They had that man stranded out in Orlando.
Oh man, just came on mine because you
said fucking around with Spirit.
Oh shit! Don't get started on Spirit.
I got stories,
bro. I don't even. I flew Spirit one time and y'all refused.
It was the worst. It was the worst experience of my life. I had my flight canceled because the pilot didn't show up. I was like, my man's
the pilot.
My man's didn't show up to work.
Ain't showing up to work.
My man's
that's a wrap.
My man's hit the they be all right without me.
Them motherfuckers will take off. They good.
Hey, look, I was heated. That was an XPW show actually, because I was flying out to LA.
That's crazy. Oh man, you 1/5 of the owners in Naptown, and you said that show was 7 hours. So I got to ask you, what do you feel is the perfect time for an independent show?
4 hours maybe 5 max. That's it.
Is this
don't have nobody.
including or not including an intermission?
Including intermission. So
Including
you're gonna
intermission.
have about 7-8 matches. Like 7-8 matches, that's 4 to 5 hours. That is perfect. Especially if you got it on a Friday, you know what I'm saying? People still gotta get home. On a Saturday, you can have a good 8 hour, you can have a good, you know what I'm saying, 5-6 hour show. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't like no 6-hour show. I don't like no, look, 7 hours. 7 hours is killing me.
It's pushing
Like,
it.
but like a good 4 to 5, that's fine. It's perfect. I love wrestling. I love wrestling with all my heart. But I don't want to be outside the house for 8+ hours. Especially if I got like an hour drive.
Oh man, you had to drop. Nope. I'm not
Dog,
started.
let me tell you my schedule last weekend. I was in Detroit. Right after my match in Detroit, I drove 12, 13 hours to New Jersey. Stopped off at JCW because I had some business to handle with Slade. Yeah. And then I had to go ICW. Finished my ICW match, drove another 15 hours back to Indianapolis. Right? That's 3 days of travel. You think I want to sit for a 7-hour show? Off 15 hours of traveling? Nah. Take this shit home.
Boy, that is. And people, imagine the wrestlers doing that. Then they spend like 15, 20 minutes in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I travel, then I'm going to see the 3-4 hour show. But I started to lose interest about the 3-hour mark for me.
Yeah.
Go. Oh man.
It depends on what's going on.
That is true.
Depends on what's going on. If there isn't any going on, I'm not even gonna lie. I'll lose interest at a 2-hour mark. That means my ass is gonna get up. I'm gonna go find wherever they're selling beer at, stock up, go back to the matches, and usually. But then also, like, and my thing is like I can watch a 4 or 5 even. God willing, a 6-hour show, but it depends on how the card is placed. My thing is like, however, if you build your card properly and you build it right, even if it's like a super long show, yeah, you're going to get gassed a little bit, but you're able to still retain some type of interest.
Yeah, and it's also about like you said, like understanding exactly what you're doing and how you building your shit, because sometimes, you know, motherfuckers be putting the wrong matches in the wrong spots. And that's just trial and error for a lot of people. Because like I wish I could tell you, like sometimes it's easy for us when we sit down for nap and put together a card and be like, oh yeah, everything gonna flow perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we be nervous as hell because we be like, shit, this don't flow right. We done. Hey, if this show don't flow right, we fucked. But like it be what it be at the end of the day. But it definitely factors in the enjoyment for fans. You know what I'm saying? But like 4 to 5 hours, you get your pre-show in by maybe 30 minutes in, the actual show starts, and you should go off from there. Simple as that.
As long as they don't be. Some of them people like had them long breaks in between matches. I'll be like, nah, let's keep this action going. Don't lose me back. Don't lose me in here.
Yeah. See, the only time you can do that is when you're doing death matches, because you know you're gonna get them back with the weapons and the action and all that shit. But other than that, man, look, if y'all got like a 50-50 raffle after match 2, come on now, what y'all doing? Come on. Y'all better have a big. One thing I've been trying to convince J Rose of. I like, man, we need to have like shot girls walking around with like shots, with like shots on a platter, walking around like it's a nightclub. He's like, I don't know about that. I'm like, dog, it'll work.
Yes,
Trust me.
I agree with that 100%.
Look, you had them walk around with like little shots. You know what I'm saying? $5 a shot, boom. Money.
So I'll put this out there. I am in the that type.
Don't do that. Don't do
No, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm saying
Hell no.
don't stop our.
I'm not, but I said I can find people to do
Okay.
it. I said I work within. I don't definitely no, like I work within like food and beverage industry. If J Rose approves that, I'll find you some people for it.
Hey, look, I've been trying to convince him. I'm like, you do that now. See, I'm keeping it tame because if I want to, if I want to, I'm like, hey, bro, we need to get like little guns, little water guns. You'll have them shoot shots in the mouth. I was like, we do that. We in the money. He's like, nah.
You do it on a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night.
I got a set of bartenders who will be all.
Hey,
I got you.
Say less. Look, see, this is why they won't give me. This is why they won't give me full reign and nap. They never gonna give me full reign and nap. They don't. Hey, look, it's like the best we gonna do is give you a no ring show. That's it. We can't let you have a full show. Look, okay. I have it looking like fucking goddamn Pink Pony.
That was my.
Say less.
Everybody asked, they was like, y'all should do one show. And like one of my requirements was like, you got to have the shot girls going around with the shots.
Yeah.
And make it even different. You got to have like a hookah section.
Hey, a hookah section go crazy, actually.
Oh my God.
Look, a hookah section at a wrestling show? That shit go crazy.
Because you got people chilling and they watching and like, oh shit, like, come on, man.
Look, I was like, yo, go get you a VIP section with bottle service. Come on, what wrestling show do that? Get that shit.
Get you
we make some money.
Get a real DJ in that motherfucker. And
look,
outside.
This gotta be. There's some.
Hey, let's stop giving them game for free. Hold on.
Because I'd be fucked up if I see some shit. I'd be like, wait a second.
I'd be mad as hell. I'll be sitting over there. Look, messaging y'all like, y'all see this shit?
Hey, yo. I'll be getting them messages so many times. And people, they like, yo, your motherfucking ass went on this tirade on your podcast. You see what's going on? I'm like, nah. They like, look at this shit. I'm like,
hey.
Oh.
Here with the, come on now. You see it. Hey, you see it.
You dirty. Oh shit! That you see it is crazy. Oh man, I'm losing it. Oh, I'm losing it. Hey, we could probably talk all day, man.
Hey, look,
this final spot, yo.
No problem.
Hoodfoot, we here. This is called our put yourself over moment.
All right,
this is where you let our people know your social media, things you got coming up, ways they can support you. We just want you to put yourself over.
All right. So check it out. What we got going on right now, you can follow me at Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Hoodfoot418. Same thing on Instagram. On Facebook, it's Maurice Atlas or Hoodfoot Mo Atlas as the like page, as well as the merch you see behind me right here. That's the new drop. That's my little light. That's the little light blue joints, always forwards. That's on brainbustertees.com under Hoodfoot Maurice Atlas. And then any of my future shows is coming up. You can come talk to me at the table. I'm taking 2 weeks off to heal up and get myself back right. So in these next 2 weeks, I'm going to be off. I will be back. I'll be back here by October 9th outside. And I believe it's Paradigm. I'm going to be in Paradigm. You're going to see me out here. Actually, I got one last weekend date. That's on Sunday at Flophouse Wrestling. That's the anniversary show.
You're not on the Paradigm show in Columbus?
No, I will not be on the Paradigm show in Columbus.
Tried Nicole. Thought he was going to be out there.
Damn.
Unfortunately,
one time I go to a show.
So unfortunately, it was just they had the tournament lined up. At the time, I was injured. And when they were like, well, we don't think you're gonna be available by then, and then they filled the spot when I got cleared. So I was like, yeah, it's whatever.
Paradigm be tripping. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask this question. Hoodfoot, you name the people, but three people on the independent scene that you need to see. Not in regular matches or death matches, but 3 people.
3 people.
Yeah.
Suge.
Oh,
I need one more time. We wrestled down in Tampa. I need that. I need that rematch out. Let me see here. Obviously, there's one obvious answer. You already know what it is. You already know who it is.
Who?
Broner. I need look
Yeah.
all day. Whether it's AIW, NAP, GCW, whichever one they want. Look, whichever one. Run that. OWA.
Ooh.
Look, wherever he at, I'm at. Let's run it. And then last but not least, man, Trey. Trey Shaw. For reasons they'll see later on. You know what I'm saying? But oh shit, where the hell I go?
There
right
you
here.
go.
But for reasons they're gonna find out later on. But yeah, Trey, we gotta see each other.
Oh, damn. Trey.
Oh man.
Can't talk about it, but yeah, for reasons.
He my dog. He my dog. But real talk. Oh, and one fourth one. I got Russell Lee. Not Lee. I mean Eel. I saw the match with him and D-Rogue, and I was like, one day, it's gonna be up.
Eel O'Neal. What if Eel come with a tag team partner with Jordan Blade, Kings of Dick? Partner, who you tag partner?
Look, it could be one of the 5 of the founders. It could be me and Chase, me and Kemp. Well, not one of the 5 because J Rose will wrestle. But hey, I'm gonna be doing all the work then. Shit. Hey, it's gonna be either me, Chase, Kemp, hell, me and Tank versus them. What's up? I don't know if they want to see that though.
That's a crazy ass tag team.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know if they want to see that tag team though. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that's gonna cause problems.
Yeah.
You versus ST. Never mind.
STP. Hey, hold on. Hey. Put that down for the show later. Look. Hey, write that down with the bottle girls. Look. Boom, right there. Hey, look.
I got matches.
Factor that costume with the hookahs. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Factor that in with the hookahs. Let's see what we can do.
Hey,
hookahs and the shot girls. I got you.
Hey, look, fuck around with good lighting too. Look. Man, look, let me stop. Somebody probably listening to this with a notepad. They're like,
somebody will listen to it and try to do something like it, but
you could do it, but it ain't gonna be like what I do.
As they starting to find out, it ain't working out that way.
It's a hard life,
boy. Let me talk my shit. Look, you company, I saw you take my match and try to do it, and then the vibe wasn't even right. And now you out here stuck and people don't want to see a rematch. F y'all. So upset. Like, if somebody take a match that I want to see, like Women's Wrestling Army, they took the Janai Khan Queen Aminata match, which was great. I can't say that yet. But they did it right. People want to see a rematch of that. But if you see somebody put a match out there, make sure you got the vibe right and don't have it out here all messed up and shit like that.
Hey, it's one of the biggest things that pisses me off when you got a good match, right? And that's one thing that's one thing I learned from Billy. Billy like, yo, we're not about to get this match to just anybody. You can't get this match to anybody.
Yeah.
There it is.
Like the money you can make from the match. You can't just give it to anybody, especially if you build it. It's your baby. Like you can't let just anybody throw up on your shit.
They built that shit from Washington, D.C. to motherfucking Paradigm in Southern Indiana. And it's supposed to be the match in Ohio, but the match couldn't happen. Then the big payoff happened in Dallas. Like, this is why I need to start talking about this stuff, because I pay attention to this shit and shit be blowing my mind when it actually happens.
It's like, yo, we bust our ass for that, because after Ohio fell through, like, I feel like a lot of people thought, oh shit, just ain't never gonna happen. And
Man, because
it's like, yo,
at the end of the Paradigm show, did you win it? You won the championship.
No, Broner beat me.
Broner beat you for the championship, and then Billy disrespectful ass. That was disrespectful that night. He showed up in there.
Oh, you talking about when he showed up?
Yeah,
he showed up when I won. So I won the show. I won the match. Billy showed up, disrespected me and J Rose, then bounced. The Columbus show, when he was supposed to show up, like he was supposed to show up there, and it never happened. And we changed up the match. That's when Broner beat me.
Okay. So I was at the one where Billy showed up out there.
Yeah. But after that Columbus show, a lot of people thought, like, oh, I guess it's done then. I don't know. And we worked our ass off to keep that motherfucker hot. So that's one of the biggest takeaways, man. Like people don't give Billy enough credit for how smart he is.
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker said straight up, like, yo, don't give this match to anybody. You can't let it go to just anybody. You know, it's like, yo, we got money here. Make it happen.
I'm pointing at Nicole because when we started this, Savannah was our first interview. Nicole went like she did some interviews on her own, but Billy was one of them people. She was like, I'm going to go talk to Billy because more people need to talk about him and what he's doing out here. So
I'm always a big Billy Dixon supporter, especially his shows that he does. I feel like it's just it's different. The vibe is different. Like, it's something that's really needed within the industry, and I'm always a big advocate of Black folks within this industry, within especially queer Black folks within this industry, because that's one thing that I was like, if I can help push that forward, especially when they're really doing some shit that's different out here, that's not some everyday run-the-mill stuff that's creative. Oh, I bet I'm about to be loud about it.
Yeah. And like, yo, man, Billy, I'll be real. Seeing some of the shit that Billy was doing was like, dog, what? Like, what was that, the Cassandra Cup the first year?
Yeah.
I was blown away by the amount of fucking sheer work that this motherfucker did for it, and like the work that he put in. And I like, nigga, you got it, bro. You fucking got it.
Presentation, story, cut scenes. Like, I think Nicole was like, yo, I know you probably, but just go check this out and just tell me. And I went into it and I was like, oh, this motherfucker got story behind shit. Like, okay, Billy, you out here, like, yo.
That's one of his strongest suits. And like, I believe it's him, Darius Carter, and Suge. That's some of the best storytellers that we got in independent wrestling right now.
Hands down.
We already put together a list, best storytellers in indie wrestling to put out.
Hey, look.
Bet.
Hey, it needs to be said. It needs to be said and shown. Because I feel
now
like
that's a list I can get behind, and I would be down with putting together.
Because we putting together 10?
Yep.
All right, cool. We're going to do it. Yeah. Hoodfoot, we're going to say, we was talking to Hoodfoot, and now that came up, we're going to make it happen. The best storytellers in Black storytellers.
Hey, hell yeah.
We ain't going to even say Black storytellers. We just going to say the best storytellers in indie wrestling from our view. Because if you follow our page, you know what our view is. Like, we watch all wrestling, but it's heavy on the Blackness.
That's what. Hey, you know what? Let's get that shit. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting to see it.
Yeah,
it's coming. Oh man, this This has been a fun combo. It might be 2 parts, people. I don't know. We might be half, then another half on Monday because
might be a part 2.
I know how y'all be feeling when I be having them out here. I know the time frame y'all like, but man, Hoodfoot.
Hey, it's been a pleasure, man. Look,
thank you so much.
Y'all, thank y'all.
Going, like I always tell people, open door policy. Hey, yo, I got this coming up. I think people need to know about it. We got you, brother. Just
look, tell you what, last little plug, I plugged it just a bit. But this Sunday, September 18th, Flophouse Wrestling is the anniversary show. Come out. It's at the Indiana Brewing Company. You know what I'm saying? It's a show that I also pride myself on. We out here, we doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody like to talk about pillars and shit, but I truly believe it's also another pillar of independent wrestling in Indianapolis, right? Come out there, help support it. My boy Apollo, Q is going against Apollo Star. I talked about a motherfucker who don't get enough credit for helping develop so many of us out here in Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? You talk about niggas like Cole, fucking Tankman, Miles, myself, fucking Bradley. You know, Apollo got a hand in all of us. You know what I'm saying? He's going against Zodiac. It's going to be a hell of a fucking show. Come out, talk to us, hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? It's a party atmosphere. It's a brewery, so you know it's going to be beer. We plan to have a food truck out there. So y'all going to have food, y'all going to have beer, y'all going to have wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be some real fuckery shit happening.
Yeah, gonna have the football games on the TV.
We might. They do got the TV up.
Look,
depending on we running at 5, so we might set. Look, we running at 5, so set up at 2. So I'm definitely gonna have a show on. Look, I'm definitely gonna have a game on. But they setting the ring up.
I was gonna say 5 coats already be off. Ain't no need to.
Look, my sports books. I ain't closed my sport book this year. I ain't got nothing popping this year.
You're right. Jonathan Taylor.
Look, I ain't lost some money. I ain't lost some money already.
Shout out to Jonathan Taylor. He always make me look good weekly.
Hey, look. Let me try to get this come up real quick.
Just saying, bro. Look out for him because I ain't gonna put that out there. But yeah, look at his props. He always hit a prop. He's hit it 9 weeks in a row since last season. So.
God damn. Hold on.
Thank you.
Let me go ahead and open this. Let me go ahead and open this sport book real quick.
My son.
See out there.
But man, let's get out of here before I give y'all too much. As always, if you're on the video version, go to the podcast version. Because if you're watching this on the video version, you can get the full version on the podcast immediately. You get 2 parts on YouTube. If you're on the podcast version, go up to the YouTube because, we put extra stuff in there and you got to see it, baby. Make sure you follow us on all social media. #WeLoveWrestling. See us all over the place. Got Nicole. Boom. Down for the count. But y'all know Nicole number 2. Hey, got Hoodfoot.
Yo, what up?
The foot of the hood.
Hey, street feet.
We ain't even.
Oh man.
We didn't ask this. How do you come up with the name Hoodfoot?
So, real story is, my original gimmick when I was coming, when I was green, I wanted to be like a deck collector. You know what I'm saying, like Big Worm and shit on fucking Friday. And so I wanted to come up with like a gimmick, so it was originally gonna be just a deck collector, Big Mo Atlas, right? And I was like, nah, it's gotta be something, So one trip down on a loop down to I believe it was like Alabama, Florida, and back up to Tennessee. We were just brainstorming and we hit Hoodfoot, and at first it was kind of like a quick little chuckle. And we started kind of saying it a little bit more. And I just threw it on one show. And it hit. And I was like, okay, I like how it worked. And from that point on, I was like, I'm using this. And legit, I kid you not, it's just morphed into it morphed from just Hoodfoot Mo Atlas to like people like just bill me as the Hoodfoot now, or just Hoodfoot. So like it kind of took on a life of its own, and really that's what you kind of hope for in wrestling, you know.
Yeah.
But definitely the original purpose was I was going to be a debt collector. I was going to collect debts from niggas like Big Worm. I wanted to get an ice cream truck and everything and roll up on niggas.
Oh man.
Like I legit want to do it. But like now it's just now I'm just Hoodfoot. That's what it is. That's it.
We got the story. I would have been so upset if I didn't ask that.
Right. Hey, look, I'm glad people start asking, because like at first I didn't want to just go, well, you know what the Hoodfoot means. But like now I'm like, you know what? I'll go out there and say it. I'm proud of it.
I thought you was having a different type of feet in the hood. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, hood,
nah,
you know,
which I didn't know the implications of that until like probably like a year ago. Someone brought it up to me. It was like, you know what that mean, right? I was like, not at all.
Well,
yeah, apparently, like they said, like it's like from fucking clucks walking around, they get Hoodfoot. I was like,
Oh shit.
Okay. But only people that's ever told me that is
cluck.
not clucks, but they're white.
Did you hear that on the west side of Indianapolis?
YT. Huh?
Did you hear that on the west side of Indianapolis?
I heard that over in Mars Hill.
Well, all right, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk about it. Nicole?
No, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
You do the outro, Nicole.
Okay. So thank you all for joining us on this very epic version of We Love Wrestling. So I like to say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling and it's 2 Street, we're signing out. Oh, and for the culture, obviously.
Hey, all right. Every day.
You let her get it, but you know, I'm trading, like I always say, don't go to Mars Hill. But if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's 2 Street. For the culture.
Wrestling and you love wrestling, then we. You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?
Hey yo.
Oh my gosh.